Well, hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the channel. So today we will be tapping into my Blend Bunny eyeshadow palette collection. Now we're covering eyeshadow palettes only in this video by Blend Bunny. I do have some blush palettes by Blend Bunny and some contouring palettes by Blend Bunny, but today we're just covering the eyeshadow palettes. And first we'll start with Blend Bunny is by far my favorite brand of eyeshadow currently, okay? Anything Blend Bunny, I'm going to drop a coin, okay? Because it is worth it. Even for you who may be a new makeup enthusiast or makeup artist, it is one of those palettes that even if you are new to blending, it's going to work for you. You don't have to do a lot of work with it. Like, it is the best formula, and it is definitely, I don't want to say dummified, but it is simplified. That's the word, simplified, for those who are new to makeup, to be able to blend and put colors and shadows together. They're always great color stories. The way the palettes are set up, they are easy for you to maneuver, and just Blend Bunny is where it's at, okay? So we're going to start first with Big Alice, okay? Big Alice is maybe the second Blend Bunny, or could have been the first Blend Bunny palette I ever purchased. And I was hooked ever since. You can see there's some colors that's at pan on here. And Voltage, this yellow right here, y'all, is a yellow that I wish could come in a single palette, because I will use it all the time. Like, it just needs to come in a single form. But you can see I have quite a few favorites in this particular palette, to the point that I try not to use Alice that much, because I have plenty other options, but it's hard to not pick up. So definitely, if you thinking about getting a palette, get Alice. And if you're shopping Blend Bunny, make sure you use code Vaughn, V-O-N. That's my girl, Vanity by Vaughn, and she is the girl at Blend Bunny. So use C-O-D-E, Vaughn, V-O-N, if you are planning to visit the site of Blend Bunny Cosmetics, okay? And you're going to shop. If you go there, you're going to want to shop, no doubt, okay? The next palette is the Haunt Me palette. I always want to call it the Haunted palette, y'all. You're going to also love the art in the Blend Bunny palettes as well, okay? I don't care who she collabs with. The art always gives me a thrill. But this is the Haunt Me palette. Also one of my favorites. Absolutely love it. And this is what that palette looks like. And most of the palettes I have, if not all of them, are shipped with this covering to help protect the shadows. And I love that as well. But you're going to see that I use all my Blend Bunnies. So this is the Haunt Me palette. Love it. Moving right along, and to the third palette I'm going to show you. And this palette, although it's a small palette in the Blend Bunny collection, anybody who knows me in makeup knows this. This is probably my favorite. It's Blend Bunny. Absolute favorite, maybe. If I can narrow it down, it's definitely in my top 3. But I picked this up a lot. And it's also the palette I use for this look today. Do not be intimidated by grunge palettes, y'all. So look at this palette. I absolutely love Rotten. And I feel like Rotten is a palette that gives the nice, different eyes that, I guess because a lot of people are not into grunge palettes, right? That it's going to always just look different. You know what I mean? Whatever you do with it. So today we use the shades Histo, Acrimonium, and and Whisper out of this palette today to blend the eye. We also use Organic. That's the gray on the eye. But yeah, this is a palette that I absolutely love. I got this one this year. from Blend Bunny. And Rotten, look, Rotten is just rotten. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, moving on to the next one. This is the Sugar and Spite palette. Again, I don't care what palette it is. The art is always going to give you life. I love the art, whether it's subtle or complex. But you'll see this is a Sugar and Spite palette. And as you can see, I'll be digging into the shimmers in this palette a lot. And this is absolutely a gorgeous palette as well. Now, I'm going to try to keep it moving because I have y'all here all day because I can talk Blend Bunny palettes all day because I absolutely love them. This is another one that I got. I had this one probably after the Ellis, right after Ellis palette. So it's one that I had the longest. And this is the collab that she did with Little Miss She Never Misses. And this is a eye and face palette. The palette is called Little Miss She Never Misses. The artist that she collabed with name is Taj. But this is the Little Miss Never Misses palette, okay? And as you can see, like I said, you're going to see that all of my Blend Bunny palettes are used, okay? I like this palette a lot too. All right, moving along. This one is a newer one that I got probably a few months ago, and this is a new release. This was the Psilocybin palette by Blend Bunny. I think I've used this probably about 3 times so far. I love the shimmers in this palette. Again, you see that covering in there. And you can see that the shimmers are dug into because I love the shimmers in this palette. But this is a gorgeous palette as well. Like I said, all of them is going to be gorgeous. There's no need for me to keep saying that. And I know y'all get tired of that word. Okay? But listen, I love the Blend Bunny palettes. And this is absolutely one that is worth your coin as well. They all are. But if you want something that gives you a nice variety, but not too big, definitely try the Psilocybin. This is the Dollhouse palette. This is a nude palette. The art, first of all, let's talk about the inclusivity in this palette right here. Okay? I absolutely love this palette as a nude. And it has, even though it's a nude palette, it has some nice, bright shimmers in there. So if you want to give your eye a little pop, you know, you can go a little nude. And again, if you're new to doing makeup and doing eyeshadow, look at the color stories. Look how they're lined up for you. You know, whether you go this way, you go that way, whether you come across. Easy to help you think about what design you want to go with your art on the eye. And I love Blend Bunny for that. Okay? Love that. In any palettes. But Blend Bunny is definitely going to give that to you. All right, now this was one when it was being released. I was like a stalker, okay? Because I could not wait to get it. When it dropped the first time, I didn't even know it was dropping. I wasn't paying attention because Blend Bunny definitely let you know. I wasn't paying attention, doing too much, and I missed it on the first drop. But hello, I did not miss it on the second drop. This was a palette that you had to get it while it was hot. This is the Diablo palette. I don't know if it's back in stock now. I should have checked before I did this video, but I love this palette. Again, let's talk about the art. Okay. Let's talk about the art. And then, look at that. Again, gave you some nice matte shades in here and some gorgeous shimmers as well. Absolutely love this palette. That is the Diablo palette. Okay. Next up is the Flora palette. Now, Flora, and I'm going to also show you Fauna, are 2 of the newest ones I got. This one has 15 shades in it. Again, the art. These 2 was done with the artist Me Pang, which if you're not following Me Pang on IG or Facebook, please do so. Great artist. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, Rod may be Me Pang too. And that's why I probably love these so much. But this is the Flora palette. And y'all know I love a shimmer. So you see I'm in the shimmer. But this is a matte shades palette with you know, a little shimmer to put with those mattes. So this is a nice small palette to travel with. If you wanted to travel with your palettes, this is one that you definitely can do that with, and I recommend it. All right, and this is the Fauna palette. So Fauna and Flora came out at the same time. And of course, I grabbed them at the same time. Let's talk the art again. And this is raised art. Like, so when you touch the palette, it just feels so good, not just look good. This is raised art. You can really feel this art on this palette, okay? Another thing I like is all the details are on the back of the palettes at Blend Bunny. So if you wanted to know the materials, how the formula is not necessarily made, but what's in the formula, if it's a pressed palette, a pressed pigment or not, it's on the back. Fauna is a good one too, okay? Now, Fauna, I haven't even touched yet, okay? Because I've been in Flora, but we're going to be using Fauna this week. And when I use Fauna, I'll do a separate video for Fauna since I haven't touched it yet. And this is an all matte shade palette. You'll see this one has no shimmers, but this is for your matte girls who, you know, don't care to have shimmers. But you can pull shimmers from any palette that you like if you decide that you do want to get a pop of shimmer with Blend Bunny. Okay, and last but not least is also a favorite in the collection. And this is the Beauty Below palette by Blend Bunny. 24 beautiful shades. Let me show you guys the Beauty Below. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? And as you can see, your girl done dug in the shimmers in this one too. I am a shimmer girl. I am a shimmer, glitter, soft pigment, highlight, as you can see, rhinestone girly. I love to make sure that there's a little sparkle on the sparkle, okay? And here is the Beauty Below palette. Again, let's talk art. Let's get this back in there first. Protect that. And again, raised art on the palette. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. 24 shades of beautiful artistry, but deadly shades. That's what it says on the back. I think that is so cute. And the names of this palette, y'all. So, you know, if you wanted them, you know, like I said, grungy, gory people like me, Devour, Entrapment, Deadly Fair, Tempt, Carnivorous, Abduction, Irresistible, Trance, Beware the Mermaid, you know, just that really down below type of thought process in the naming of these particular shades. So there you have it, guys. Those are the palettes that I currently have in my Blend Bunny collection. I highly recommend them, as I stated. And if you're going to go over to the Blend Bunny Cosmetics site, make sure you use CODE VON, V-O-N, and you will save a coin, okay? If you go into your Affirm, you can pay in 4 with Blend Bunny. She makes it absolutely easy for you. And there's other forms of payment on the website as well. I just know that on Affirm is definitely there. Afterpay, maybe they're there. I'm not sure. But I know Affirm is definitely there. So be sure to grab you a Blend Bunny palette today. I hope this video serves you. Again, if you're watching this video, if you watch the video, please hit like. Because y'all be watching and not liking. Or tell me in the comments why you don't like it, so I can make sure I give you better videos. Until we talk again, goodbye, gorgeous.